afternoon from Memorial Field in Concord, New Hampshire. This is Steve Beal for GTV Sports alongside Eric Bello, getting ready for the quarterfinal game between the number one rated, number one ranked Concord Crimson Tide, 16-3 on the season. They had a bye in the first round. And then the number 9 seeded Goffstown Grizzlies, who were 11-8 after a win against Memorial in extra innings on Thursday. Just playing with the mics here.
Yeah, maybe that side's not tight.
If you can hear me.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me, okay.
Yeah, I can now. It's only when I play with this.
Okay, so the broadcast is working because I can hear you, so we are connected. And hopefully that'll hang out and you can hear me. Before we get too far, I wanted to thank the city of Concord, Concord High School, and Memorial Field for actually playing the national anthem prior to the playoff game. We were at Gill Stadium the other day. There was no anthem. I know they typically don't do it for high school afternoon events, but it was nice to have Concord play the national anthem before the game here today.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love
that. So here we are, Eric. It's quarterfinal day. There's 4 quarterfinals going on in the state of New Hampshire in Division I today, and they didn't line up exactly according to the way the seeds went. Number 1 seed Concord had a bye, so nobody upset them in the first round. They didn't have to play. They played the number 9 seed Goffstown, who pulled the slight upset over Memorial 9-8 in extra innings on Thursday. And then the number 2 seed, you'd think 2 would be playing 7 in the second round. No, neither one of the 2 or 7 won. Number 10 seed Portsmouth is hosting number 15 seed Dover. And one of the other quarterfinals today, Dover took extra innings and beat number 2 seeded defending champions Exeter 7-2 in extra innings. And Portsmouth, who held a 1-0 lead at Keene in the 7th. Keene got a clutch double to tie the game in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. And then in the 8th, Portsmouth put up a run and held on to win an extra inning. So all 3 upsets took extra innings to do it. So we've got 1 versus 9 here. We've got 10 versus 15 out at Portsmouth. The other ones followed suit. Number 3, Bishop Girton won. They're hosting number 6, Bedford this afternoon. And then the 4-5 game is the age-old rivalry of number 4, Londonderry, hosting number 5, Pinkerton. And then the semifinals will be on, I believe it's on Tuesday at Holman Stadium. So all 4 games playing for a chance to advance to Holman Stadium for the semifinals. And Eric, you and I talked about early on in the game the other day about Goffstown's offense really been kind of quiet for the last really 2 weeks.
Yep.
And boy, did they come unglued against Memorial. And even then, the first 5 innings they didn't do anything offensively hardly at all. And then they had that enormous 6th inning. And were able to put a run across in the 7th inning despite leaving the bases loaded. So Goffstown's certainly looking to keep the offense going against a really sound Concord team. You don't go 16-3 in Division I baseball without having a.
I'm hoping the week throws them off. Like, they not having that first game, because I think Goffstown almost needed that game to get back into this offensively.
Absolutely. That could play a part. You see it happen all the time at different levels of sports where somebody has a break out of the original or what the normal structure has been, and then maybe gets caught off guard. So this is a good team. I recognize a lot of these names from our Babe Ruth years playing Concord a bunch of times, and they always have good baseball programs. I expect them to make plays, not make very many mistakes. I know they've got a bunch of good arms over there to pitch. Eric Sullivan is the pitcher today for them. I know they had a slew of players make the All-State team, which I haven't actually seen, but I know there's a couple kids from their squad on there. So number 11, Eric Sullivan, the pitcher for Concord today. Number 11, Clay Campbell, the pitcher for Goffstown today, as Concord takes the field here at Memorial Field. A long time ago, back in 1983, Eric, I played a semifinal game on this very field for Londonderry, and we won en route to a state championship that year. And it's a beautiful ballpark. I like coming here.
It is a nice place. Are the dimensions similar to most fields? I mean, is it over 320? I would imagine.
That's a good question.
Left and right. I don't know.
It
looks
pretty good. It's kind of deceiving. It doesn't look as long as it is because of all the pine trees around the outfield.
Yeah, right.
Fences, but I don't know. I didn't look that up.
It looks pretty symmetrical. You know what I mean, all the way from left to right. So I don't think there's much of a difference.
You're probably
from
right.
one side to the other, anyways.
Do you want to go? So the Grizzlies are the visitor, number 9. They're going to be batting first. Do you want to cover the batting lineup for the Grizzlies, Eric? I'm going to see if I can look this up here real quick on the dimensions.
For the batting lineup for Goffstown, we have Hyzak, number 5. He's starting us out, and it looks like he's in the shortstop position. After him, we get number 2 is Clay Campbell, and he's number 11, and he's starting out at pitcher. We have Mr. Doherty, 3, Susie 4, Heidenreich 5, Green 6, Kilbreth 7th, Burke is going 8th, and Ben Dodge will be the last one, 9th. That's the order for Goffstown, and here we go with.
Thanks very much.
Starting right out here with Connor.
Game starting right on time. First pitch up and in, hits Hyzak up in the shoulder.
Boy, that's all right.
So first batter on the first pitch, up and in from Eric Sullivan. And he'll be going from the set here right out of the gate. Clay Campbell steps in. Left-handed hitter.
There it goes. All right.
Campbell scored a pair of runs in the win against Memorial.
I'm in a good place now there. I just had to fix that. We're good now.
A lot of glare out here with the sun. Beautiful day. There's a pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. 72 degrees, breeze out of the east-southeast today, about 6, 7, 8 miles an hour. And when the breeze is blowing, it feels good. When it's not, it feels hot.
Yeah.
Especially after the spring we've had. Anything above 60 feels hot. Goffstown in their traveling grays. Concord in their home whites. That pitch is swung on and popped up in the middle of the infield towards the right side. Second baseman goes out, gets under it, makes the catch in shallow right field. You can see the breeze up there playing a little bit of playing with the ball a little bit up in the air. But the second baseman went out and made a nice play. It was soundly under it. That's Nate Vandersea, second baseman. He's actually being hit for in the lineup today, defensively anyway. And so there's one out. Here's Bob Doherty. Had 3 hits the other day against Memorial. Number 8, left fielder. Hyzak at first with 1 out. Pitch from Sullivan's in there for a strike, 0-1.
I think he was close to putting one out, too, wasn't he?
I
think it hit the fence, and that's a far part of the field, too.
Short off the fence and that deep part of left field where it goes out towards 366. Really crushed one. There's a throw. Hyzak caught by surprise there, but gets back easily. First baseman over there, number 19, Tommy Duhame, holding the runner on. He's a left-handed thrower, so he's got the glove on the right side, right on the batter. There's a throw behind from the catcher. Hyzak dives back safely as that pitch was taken for a ball, I believe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher is Trevor Smith. Trevor's a good athlete. Pitch is swung on, breaking ball. Doherty pulls it foul wide of third. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. I see Tony and Chris Shaw walking in. Tony Shaw, an all-time legendary coach in the Goffstown youth baseball programs. His son went on to play college baseball at UMass Dartmouth. I'm sure Tony loves that plug. Pitch to Doherty, misses up high, ball 2. So this is game number 19. We broadcast out of 20 for the Grizzlies on Goffstown TV, GTV Sports. And we're in the 140s as far as number of broadcasts over the course of the whole season. Toss over to first. Hyzak's back safely. I'm gonna talk about Tony and Chris the whole time. That pitch misses, ball 3. So Hyzak drawing a little attention over at first base. They've been tossing over there. And now Sullivan's gone full on the count.
Yep.
3-2 with Doherty. Here's the pitch. Pitch would have been ball 4. It looked like up high, but Doherty swings and fouls it straight back over the backstop and over the press box. Count remains full. Ever since I said it was a beautiful day, it's gotten more cloudy. Pitch is swung on, fouled up in the middle of the diamond. The pitcher's coming over, first baseman coming in. First baseman will call it now, and he drops the ball. They're going to have a force play as Hyzak couldn't run, obviously.
Would have been a infield fly rule almost anyways, huh?
Not with just one runner on, but there's nothing Hyzak can do there.
Yeah.
First baseman came in, called it off, and dropped it, but Hyzak was only a step or two off the bag. They picked it up, and the pitcher threw it. So that's actually 3-1 to 6 on the putout for the second out because it hit the the first baseman's glove first, and then the pitcher picked up and fired to second for the out. Breaking ball, Susie holds up and takes ball 1 high. So a little bit of bad luck there, but not really. I mean, that's a pop-up on the infield. It should be an out anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So Doherty switches places with Hyzak. He's running. The pitch is high. Nobody covering second base. I don't know what Concord was doing there. That pitch is taken high. They definitely had a shot at him.
Yeah. Nobody there, huh?
Nobody even covered on the steal. I mean, obviously did not think that Doherty would be running. The throw went into center field, but nothing that no advance for Doherty. Pitch to Susie's in there for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here, top of the first inning. Doherty on second base after he reached on a fielder's choice and moved up to second on a stolen base. Eric Sullivan from the set. Here's the pitch. He kind of drops down to the side, grounded to short. Shortstop's up with a clean. Zach Miles makes the play and throws Susie out at first base, 6-3 to end the inning. So Sullivan gets the side. He did hit 1 batter. No runs, no hits. There were no errors technically because the fielder's choice wipes that error out by the first baseman dropping that pop-up. 1 runner left on base. So after hitting the first batter on the first pitch, Goffstown can't cash in.
For you, sir?
Mr. Shaw, how are you? We go bottom of the first here. Concord coming to bat.
We have the pitcher Clay Campbell warming up here. The Grizzlies coming off a great win over Memorial on Friday night. See what kind of defense they play this inning.
Hello, Tony Shaw.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Well, he just does a really good job with it. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, it's a quarterfinal game in Concord. All kinds of celebrities coming through. You got to make time for them. Tony was an assistant coach of mine for many years through Little League and Babe Ruth. One of the best guys you could ever have in your dugout. Zach Miles, left-handed hitting shortstop, leads off and takes ball 1 high from Clay Campbell on the hill. Next pitch is up high, ball 2. Defensively, Miles Green at third, Connor Hyzak at short, TJ Dutton at second, Colin Burke at first, Liam Kilberth catching, Campbell on the hill. Here comes a 2-0 to Miles. Takes a wide, ball 3. In the outfield, Goffstown left to right, Bob Doherty, Will Susie, and Ben Dodge. A lot of room to play the defense out here as well. Here's the 3-0, and that misses up high, ball 4. So leadoff man Miles earns a walk on 4 pitches. Campbell had to throw 28 pitches in relief on Thursday. Shouldn't be a huge deal from an arm standpoint, but definitely not something that you're necessarily used to doing either. Trevor Smith steps in, number 10. He's the catcher. This Concord team is loaded. They've got good bats, good arms up and down their lineup. Miles with the lead. Campbell comes in with a strike. 0-1. Collenberg holding the runner on. A lot of room in foul territory here, too. Here's the throw to first. Miles back easily. Concord's a good program, well-coached team. You'd expect them to do most aspects, if not all of them, pretty well. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. Good location from Campbell there. But I'll be willing to bet that the discussion in the dugout after the first half inning was probably something along the lines of waking up, because Concord did not cover on a steal and they dropped the pop-up. And I'm sure they're not real pleased with that beginning. They got out of it with nothing put on the board against them, though. Throw to first. Miles gets back standing up. (0-2) count on Smith. We got timeout. Colin Burke busted his first baseman's glove. And we're going to either need another first baseman's mitt, which it looks like somebody grabbed one for him. And then, see, my bat bag, Eric, which I still have, has not been used in many years, but I can tell you that it definitely has replacement leather in it and the tools to fix a glove.
That's right, yeah, absolutely.
I did it many times over the years. Hopefully somebody's in the dugout mending Burke's glove now. Here's the 0-2 pitch, down and away, ball 1.
I'm going to say probably not. I don't know if it's a generational thing or.
Maybe not. No, a generational thing is right. You're right. Right now they're probably saying, okay, somebody's going to hit the store on the way home and grab me a first baseman's glove.
Throw that one away, right?
Yeah, exactly. That pitch is down in the dirt. Kilbert comes up throwing. Miles running. Throw goes into center field. Susie on it pretty quickly as Miles had gone into a head-first slide. He doesn't advance on the throw. That's a stolen base for Miles. And now there's a runner at second as the count goes to 2-2. Kilbert's going to go out and talk to Kim. He'll probably get the sign straight for a runner on second. And Concord's got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And sometimes in these games, Eric, we see that the team that doesn't make mistakes wins because there are mistakes made.
Yep. Almost out of default. You know, if you don't play defense or make a couple of mistakes during doing it, that can get you in a little trouble.
Absolutely. That pitch misses down and away. Smith had a notion, but it's laid off. Count goes full. Campbell sets and fires. Pitch is swung on, pop straight up. Kilbert's coming over toward the first base dugout. That's going to come back towards play.
Oh, it looks like it bounced up.
Not able to make the catch. I don't know if that got into the walkway there behind the fence.
Right, yep. That's too bad.
Tough to negotiate. You got the end of the backstop fence, the start of the dugout, and then in the middle of that you got a walkway that comes out to the field there.
Probably out of play wherever he was. I think it was close, yeah.
We're blocked from that angle right there. It's about the only part of the field we can't see. So we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Swung on and fouled straight back. That gets over the bleachers and into the green grass surrounding the ball field. Count remains 3-2.
We'll have to ask Goffstown TV maybe for a drone, you know. Those,
don't even get Adam started. He's got ideas for multiple cameras. Believe me, if there was more than you and I doing this, we'd have a full crew out here.
Right.
Probably have Chris Berman stopping by. That pitch misses high, ball 4, and the runners are at first and second to begin the first inning for Concord. So Campbell had him 0-2, and then Smith fouled off a few pitches, had a nice battle there 8-pitch at bat goes his way with a walk. So now runners are at first and second with nobody out. Eric Sullivan, left-handed hitter, pitching today, all-state player. Concord looking to open this up. Pitch misses high and away, ball one. Had a drink of water there, Eric. Already starting to lose the voice. Pitch is up and away, ball two. I'm not Harry Carey up here. I'm doing things in the booth I shouldn't be doing. But 2-0 count. Campbell behind here.
You got to moisten those larynx muscles up, you know.
Yeah. I got 2-0. The board says 2-1.
I had 2-0 also, but I think that was a strike right there.
That was. Let's see what the umpire holds up. He doesn't.
They get 1 and 2 on the board. I wonder. I guess we'll see in a minute, huh?
Yeah. Pitch is in there for a strike,
Yeah.
so that's definitely strike two.
Strikes,
So
yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes. We were right, Eric.
Yep.
We usually are, except for when we're wrong.
I know, right? Well, we try anyways.
We
right?
do. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 2 on here for Concord. Campbell misses up high. Kilbreth stands up and reaches to grab that one. And the count's full.
Yep.
This is where Clay has been in trouble. Like earlier in the season, the earlier part of the season, he had a hard time with with balls and strikes. Not so much that he couldn't throw strikes. He just was working too many high pitch counts. And in the last couple starts, he's been outstanding with that and has turned his season around. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
That's a nice out right there.
I don't know if I call that a big out, Eric.
It's
just
a nice,
out,
yes, I agree.
I knew you were going there.
I thought about it, but I leaned back on the gas here.
You got to pace yourself.
Remember, if you have a game like the other night,
Right,
keep
exactly.
ourselves contained.
Exactly. Here's Adrian Kennedy, the center fielder, number 9. Cleanup hitter, another all-state player. Bats with 1 out and 2 on here.
There's a nice
Pitch
pitch.
in there for a strike. Interesting thing about Kennedy here is I noticed he took a stride there to look at that first pitch. His front foot is out of the batter's box. Which technically is an out if he makes contact with the ball. We'll see if that comes into play. If I'm the catcher, I'd be pointing that out. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Misses up and in, ball 1. I think that's the first breaking ball we've seen for Campbell.
Yeah, maybe he needs to get it going. Probably get him in the rhythm here.
Yep.
You got to keep these guys off balance, that's for sure.
Pitch is swung on
There
and
we
missed.
go.
Strike 2. Good location for Campbell there.
I think I got 1-2 count.
I got 1 and 2.
All right.
1 and 2, 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the first inning here in Concord. No score. Pitch to Kennedy is a curveball swung on,
Good double
grounded
play.
to short. Hyzak flips the Dutton for 1 on to first. That throws wide. Hits the runner going up the line. A run's going to score. There was no chance to turn 2 there with Kennedy getting down the line. So the force out is 6-4 on the play. As a bouncing ball, wasn't hit terribly hard. They tried to turn it over. Dutton probably should have just eaten that one. So Kennedy reaches on the fielder's choice. There's no RBI because the run came through on the wild throw from Dutton, as he did not even, the throw was in the dirt and nowhere near the bag. So it's 1-0 Concord as Miles comes around to score.
There's a steal.
Kennedy running on the pitch, steals second base easily, another high throw. What was the pitch called there, do you know?
I think it was a ball. It looked high, so I'm thinking. But
Sean McDonough at the plate, left fielder number 18. Concord with a run in here by way of some sloppy defense from the Grizzlies.
we also should have 2 outs here.
There's a swing and a miss at a curveball. Nice pitch from Campbell there. That pitch was in the dirt and away. Yeah, there's 2 outs. So Sullivan struck out, and then Goffstown retired Trevor Smith at second base on the force play. And then trying to turn over double play, which they had no chance to do with Kennedy running down the line. The throw was wide, hit the runner going up the first base line. There's strike 3. So that first pitch was a strike, apparently.
Yep.
And the breaking ball freezes McDonough at the plate to end the inning. So, but this is what we talked about with the whole discipline and execution thing. Goffstown's trailing 1-0. Concord didn't get a hit. 2 walks. A couple stolen bases obviously factored in, but the fielder's choice and then the throwing error. And if you don't throw that ball, if he holds on to that ball,
it's not a run probably.
It's first and third with 2 outs,
yep.
and this kid strikes out, ends the inning. So it's an unearned run.
Yep.
But Campbell, you have to be happy the way he bounced back because he walked the first 2 batters of the game, but ends up coming back and getting a pair of strikeouts.
Yeah, he settled right in. That's good. That's good. That's definitely good to see.
So, and I think there may be something to what you were talking about. He started throwing a few of those curveballs and ended up maybe getting himself locked in a little bit, but certainly gave the batters something else to think about.
Yep.
So he did throw a lot of pitches, though.
So we got Heidenreich up at bat now.
25 pitches in the first inning. Yep, so here we go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 Concord leads. They had 1 run on no hits. There was 1 Goffstown error, 1 runner left on base. Jared Heidenreich, the DH, he struggled the other day. Struck out 3 times against Memorial. See if we can get himself turned around here. He looks at a ball high. 1-0. Yeah, he definitely did not look good at the plate the other day. Hopefully he can contribute. There's a strike. 1-1. He did have a single in that big 6th inning, but 1 for 5 with 3 Ks. Pitch is down in the dirt. Heidenreich holds up. Count goes to 2-1. You can see the pitcher, Sullivan, drops down a little bit to throw that sweeping breaking ball sometimes because he doesn't throw his fastball that way. There's an over-the-top fastball foul down the line and a nice catch down the line in foul territory there.
Got a 2-2 count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. So we're in the top of the second inning here, Memorial Field in Concord. Oh, there's a breaking ball. Heidenreich thought about it, laid it off, and then took it, and it was called the ball. That looked like
couldn't have been too far off.
No, looked like a very good pitch. Counts full now. Here's the 3-2, and that is strike 3.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch. Good location. He's not afraid to go with the knees of this umpire, so that's good. Good pitch.
So he threw the curveball. It looked like it was a strike, and then came back with a fastball and just froze Heidenreich. So 1 out here in the second. Here's Miles Green. He had a couple of hits, including a big hit in the rally in the 6th down the right field line. Pitch misses. Man,
yeah, it looked good, but
maybe our angle's bad. Or my eyes are getting worse. Looked like a good pitch, but call the ball. Pitch is down in the dirt, ball 2. Now Sullivan doesn't look like he throws all that hard, but he obviously has a couple of different pitches he's going to here. There's a fastball.
There it is. There's that at the knees. That's a nice pitch. He's going to keep getting that call, I think.
Good location. Pitch is up high, ball 3. I got 3-1.
I do too, yep. Don't look at that board out in the outfield.
No, that pitch is in the dirt, and Green will take the walk. Here's Liam Kilbreth, the catcher, number 1. Kilbreth had a single, an RBI single in that 6th inning as well. Seemed like the whole team had a hit in that inning.
Yeah, yep. Everybody was contact.
Here's the pitch to Kilbreth. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Miles Green at first base, 1 out here in top of the second inning. Grizzlies trail 1-0. That pitch is a changeup or something that came out of the hand high, stayed high, and ball 1. June 1st, first day of June. Hard to believe we're here already. Throw to first, Green's back.
and it finally feels like June 1st.
No kidding.
You know?
It's felt like March for 3 months. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kilbreth. So you can see Sullivan just changing speeds, changing locations. Here's the pitch.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
a fastball. And there's strike 3.
You framed that one. That was a good location on that one.
So that's a couple strikeouts looking here in the inning.
He's getting tougher as he gets into a rhythm here.
Yeah. Well, when you're looking or guessing, it's always tough to be a hitter and be guessing.
Yep.
Fastballs on 2 hitters that have straightened them up and struck them out. First pitch to Burks in there for a strike, 0-1. I think Coach Lawrence said it leaving, maybe it was in his post-game interview or something. I heard him talking about what they expected in Concord, and he said they throw strikes. There's a pitch
that's
left
a rope.
up to Burke.
Yep,
He hits a
rope.
line drive single into center field. Kennedy plays it on 1 hop. And there's a line drive base hit for Colin Burke. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. First hit of the day for either side. Here's Ben Dodge. Ben Dodge, the right fielder, number 6, batting 9th. Could not have come up with bigger hits than he did in the Memorial game. A triple in the 6th and then a single in the 8th. Ended up scoring the winning run. Takes a strike, 0-1.
He's a deceiving 9 too, because he's been hitting the ball well the second half of the season. Really,
he really has. There's a daylight play at second. They try to get Miles Green. Very close play. Shortstop Zach Miles comes in behind him. Miles Green, the runner, gets back. Green's a good base runner. Right? He might not be the fastest runner, but he's very aware on the bases.
Yeah. Yep. He's smart.
Very smart runner. There's a pitch grounded towards short. 2 big hops. Flip to second for the out. And that'll get the force play. If he had to throw to first, then Dodge might have beat it, but he didn't have to with the runner at first.
Yep.
And the play goes 6-4 to end the second inning, or top of the second inning.
They went right near second, so they didn't have too much of a chance there.
Oh, Dodge put it in play, and Concord made the play. So, top of the second inning, no runs. There was 1 Grizzly hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Sullivan gets out of the inning on 19 pitches. He's thrown 33 through 2. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Concord leads the game 1-0. They're going to have the 6, 7, 8 batters scheduled here in the second against Clay Campbell. Campbell struggled a little bit, walked the first 2 batters. One of those runs ended up coming around to score, but it was on an error. So he could have, with a little defensive help, could have got out of that inning clean.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to face Tommy Duhame, the first baseman, Ryan Merchant, the third baseman, and Cam Thompson, the DH. Cam Thompson played definitely one of the Babe Ruth players that we played against.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were down in Nashua that year?
I think both years.
Both years, yeah.
When they came to Goffstown, too, in the districts. Or,
yeah.
No, I guess that was the states, too. But
was it Concord, the last team we played in on the last year that they went to the All-Stars for Babe Ruth? Wasn't that it was the one that was in Nashua? Didn't we end up playing Concord, I want to say?
Yeah, I think so. Pitch from
were,
Campbell misses down low. Yeah, those couple of years kind of ran together. It was always a team from Somersworth, Concord, Nashua. Swinging a miss there on a fastball, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Duhame, the first baseman, number 19, left-handed hitter, throws lefty 2. There's a strike, 1-2.
Nice pitch there.
So you feel, I don't know, I feel anyway, that Goffstown's going to cash in on their offensive opportunities because it feels like to me, this lineup is solid. This lineup's going to potentially have a chance to score just about every single time they bat. 2-2 pitches, low and outside, ball 3. Swung on and missed.
Go.
Strike
Nice
three.
pitch.
Good location to Campbell's fastball there. So what you like to see out of Clay is he's got the ability to strike batters out, but really when he's been at his best this year, his strikeouts are down, and he's got batters putting the ball in play by the second, third, fourth pitch of the at-bats, and it helps his pitch count, and his defense plays defense behind him. When he gets into these strikeout counts, as a ball misses low there to Merchant.
Yeah. Especially full counts, you know, he gets
right.
a few of those.
You might get some strikeouts, but your pitch count goes through the roof.
It adds up
Speaking
fast.
of through the roof, that pitch was through the roof and all the way to the backstop on the fly. That looked like Ricky Vaughn from Major League came in and threw a warm-up pitch there.
That's an old one now.
Yeah.
We're dating ourselves now.
I only know what I know, Eric. That pitch is swung on and popped off the right side. Burke coming over towards the coach's box. He's got room. He makes the play on a 2-0 pitch. He beat him with a fastball and gets a pop up there. Burke comes over and makes a nice play, and there's 2 quick outs.
That's nice.
But that's what Clay needs right there. Is those at bats where guys are making contact and getting on or out in 2 or 3 pitches makes a huge difference. Here's Cam Thompson, the DH, number 37. He's hitting for the second baseman, Nate Vandersea, who is number 5. First pitch misses. That's in there for a strike. I've got 37 on the lineup card for Thompson. Looks like he's wearing 33, though.
Yeah, he is.
That's definitely a 3.
Yep.
That's a couple of them. He
Swung,
can't
took
hold
that
up
one.
there.
Yep.
So quickly, Campbell works back ahead, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Quick inning for Campbell.
That's what you like to see. That's a nice inning there.
Yes, it is. 13 pitches there. Nice bounce back inning for Campbell. Not that he was terrible in the first, but he had a couple of walks, and one of them came around to score. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, 13 pitches, 38 for the ball game. Concord in the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the third, 1-0, Concord leads it. Goffstown going to have the top of the order coming around for the second time against Eric Sullivan.
It's funny because not only do we always usually witness close games together, but I think we also hear loud music everywhere we go.
We do. That's okay if we were doing like a concert tour. But at least today we're not directly under a speaker that's at
that's true.
at ear bleeding levels. And forgive me for saying that. I am an old guy, but I still like my music. Here's Hyzak. He first pitch of the game hit him in the shoulder. So he reached base and was forced at second.
I guess they really didn't want him to hit, huh?
No, that's one way to do it. Pitch is in there for a strike this time, 0-1. Connor had 3 hits the other day. Didn't really hit a ball hard. I'd like to see, I think we'd all like to see Connor bust out here. There's a breaking ball, swung on and fouled straight back. Now, the change of pace is what he got away with there because that pitch was kind of hung a little bit, that hanging curveball, so to speak, and Connor was just ahead of it, fouled it straight back. Here's the 0-2. Drops down, throws another pitch in there. Hyzak fouls it off towards the third base side. Close. Catcher going over, going back, and makes a diving catch.
What an unbelievable catch.
He ran that route like he was trying to run an S. It was not a straight line.
Nope.
But he made a fantastic diving catch at the end of it to make the out.
It's tough going that way, I would say, when you in that direction.
I think all those are tough.
Yeah.
All 3 of my older sons have caught at different times, and I don't know how any of them ever caught a pop-up half the time. It's not easy to do. Come up out of a crouch, throw the mask off, and then figure out where the ball is. Meanwhile, running around, dancing around on deck, hitters, fences, and everything else.
Yep.
First pitch to Campbell in there for a strike. Second pitch, he checks his swing. That's misses up and in. 1-1. Campbell popped to the second baseman in shallow right field. First time up. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Big hack from Campbell there. So Hyzak, the last couple weeks, we've seen a tremendous amount of pop-ups from him. He's just out in front. And I know everybody knows who he is. There's a backdoor breaking ball to Campbell. He knew it was a strike,
he
couldn't pull the trigger.
It, yeah. 2 outs now.
Two outs. That's 3 of the last 6 batters struck out looking here. So Sullivan definitely mixing it up and hitting spots. Here's Doherty, who reached on a fielder's choice when the first baseman dropped his pop-up, but had a chance to pick up. The pitcher picked up the ball and threw the runner out at second because Hyzak obviously couldn't be running with a pop-up in the infield. First pitch off speed, Doherty way ahead of it, actually fouled it behind himself into the third base dugout. This is the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. You can see, though, just even from up here, he's definitely thrown. He just changed pace. He's got a sweeping breaking ball and a change-up, a fastball. There's a pitch hit hard down the line inside the bag. That's by the diving third baseman into left field. Doherty's going to think about 2. Decides to change his mind, holds up as the left fielder, Sean McDonough, got that ball back in quickly, so Doherty will settle for a single down the line.
Right down the line.
Got a pitch to hit there and just turned on it. So a single inside the line, just got past Ryan Merchant diving at third. Will Susie comes to the plate. He bounced to short his last time up, or his first time up. Doherty at first with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Susie takes the ball down and away. 1-0. Breeze is picked up. Feels really nice.
Feels great.
Pitch to Susie, line towards center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kennedy's up with a clean. Doherty will stop there.
That was a solid hit.
Right up the middle. Nice line shot from Susie. And Grizzlies got something going here with 2 outs.
That's what you want to see right there.
Nice, couple of nice level swings right there, and the last 2 batters hitting the ball right on the button. Here's Jared Heidenreich. He struck out looking his first time at the plate. Big opportunity here to see if Goffstown can get on the board. 2 outs, 2 on. Sullivan suts and pitches. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off straight back. Heidenreich had a healthy hack at that one and fouled it off. 0-1. That pitch is served into right center field. Right fielder is going to hang up. He comes on and makes the catch. Heidenreich hit that ball pretty well. Kyle Hill came on and made the play.
That's too bad. They had a little bit of an attack there.
Tailed right back to the right fielder. And that right there tells you that this field is not as big as like Gill Stadium. And the outfield plays deep, but there's not the depths that you see in some of the bigger ballparks. A good piece from Heidenreich, lines out to the right fielder. And the Grizzlies leave 2 more runners on base. That's 5 they've left on base so far.
Well hit ball, too. It's too bad it didn't drop.
Yeah. So Sullivan ends up going 14 pitches. 47 for the ball game. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Goffstown trails 1-0 to number 1 seed Concord High School here at Memorial Field in Concord. Clay Campbell back out for his 3rd inning of work. He's going to face the number 9 hitter, Kyle Hill, who just made that catch in right, and then the top of the order. Goffstown started the season 0-3, and if you count their playoff win, they've won 11 out of their last 16 since that start. And quite honestly, I mean, they had a couple games they could have lost, but they certainly had a bunch of games they could have won and one-run games that they ended up losing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they've been in games throughout the year. Here's Hill, right-handed hitting number 2, right fielder. First pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Fastball ties him up. The 0-1 up and away, ball 1.
Good amount of people here today, too, huh?
Yeah, it's a good crowd. Nice day for a game. There's a fastball in there for a strike, 1-2. Concord's got a pitcher throwing in the bullpen. Pitch is fouled out of play. Count remains 1-2.
I wonder if Sullivan pitched in that last game. No, there was no game. That's right.
They didn't pitch.
They didn't have to worry about that.
Ground ball to third. Green goes over, smothers. He's going to make a strong throw.
Almost, yeah.
And Hill's going to beat that out. Green had to go to his right and to his knees to smother that ball. By the time he got up and threw it over to first, Hill beat it out.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
Single. If he stayed on his feet, he had a shot. So an infield single. That's the first hit of the game for Concord. Zach Miles, the leadoff man, shortstop coming to bat. He walked and scored in the first. That's Sean McDonough warming up over in the bullpen. He has been, he's another solid pitcher for Concord. Campbell throws to first, runners back safe. So Hill's on with the leadoff single, infield single to the third baseman, right over the third base bag. Green made the play, but by the time he got to his feet to throw, Hill beat the throw. Miles asks for time and gets it at the plate. So now you wonder, is Concord looking to mix this up and have a couple guys go three and trust that method so that they've got fresher arms to advance if they win? Miles asks for times again, doesn't get it, puts a bunt down. Campbell comes over and slips and kicks the baseball as he slides on the turf with his spikes. It was a sacrifice bunt.
That's the best place to put it, too.
Gonna go as a bunt single as Campbell just wiped out. So runner at second is Hill, runner at first is Miles, and here's Trevor Smith. He walked his first time up. So not what you want here. 2 on in the heart of the order coming up for Concord. Nobody out. Green on the plate. Campbell fakes and goes to second.
He's going.
Hill's going to get up and go to third.
Nope.
Ball bobbled by Susius. That's a throw-in error on the pickoff attempt. And Goffstown is just setting the table for Concord here for them.
They're forcing them to execute is what they're doing.
Well, but you don't need to make that throw. You don't need to. That's not a necessary. The pessimist side of me says there's a lot more bad can happen than good in that play.
Right.
You're
right about that.
You got Hyzak running to the bag, but the bottom line is the throw is not close. Hyzak's already coming in daylight play behind the runner at second, gets to the bag, and the throw is way to the shortstop side of the bag. Pitch misses down and away, ball 1. So, Concord is willing to trade an out for moving a runner into scoring position, and we literally boot the ball. And then, to make matters worse, we throw it into center field on the pickoff attempt to set it up a second and third. Dodge coming over the line, still coming. He'll make the catch. Runner tags from third. Hill's going to score. Cutoff goes to Burke. Miles moves up to third base.
And there's only 1 out.
That's what happens when with the error going into center field. So the play goes F9 on the sac fly. RBI for Smith. Here's Eric Sullivan, struck out his first time up. Miles at third now, still only less than 2 outs. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Sullivan was swinging for the downs on that swing.
Yeah, they're not afraid to play small ball. That's for sure. And then they crack one out there, get that RBI in.
Yep, here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, defensive swing, strike 2. Fooled him with that one.
That was a nice pitch.
It was. So the defensive miscues lead to another defensive swing there, and Sullivan fouls it off. That was practically in Kilbert's glove when he fouled it off, but fouls it off nonetheless and stays alive. Corner to infield's in for Goffstown all the way around. High fastball. Sullivan goes up after it. Can't get it. Strikes out.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. So second out there. So that helps redeem the error there because all you've done is put runners in scoring position or runners at third base with less than 2 outs. And you know what's going to happen. I mean, just a bunt or a sac fly, a ground to the right side, anything gets runs home.
Ooh, that was a
Breaking
good
ball
pitch.
to Adrian Kennedy is
That's nice
in there
looking.
for strike one. Kennedy reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Grounded to short.
Put a little bit of nasty on that.
There's another breaking ball, stands him up inside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs, runner at third. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and popped up in the infield. High fastball, got into the kitchen there. Burke backing up, still backing up, makes the catch. No signal from the umpire on fair or foul. I think he caught that on the foul side of the line. Nice play by Burke.
Well, they got to keep chipping away here, one bat at a time.
Yep. So again, an under and run. Unfortunately, the error this time was on the pitcher himself.
Yep.
If he never throws to second base and it's first and second, that sac fly does not happen. The strikeout it's just an out. Maybe they go to second, third, and then you get a strikeout and pop out and no run scores. Campbell on the inning, 3, 7, 10, 15 pitches. He's at 53. So 2 hits for Concord in the inning, kind of. One was an infield hit, and the other was a bunt single that Campbell came off and slid as he tried to come to a stop and kicked the ball away from himself. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. So we said this early in the game the other day. Manchester Memorial was getting runners on, and they were finding a way to push them across. Through 3 innings, Concord has only left 2 runners, but they've also pushed 2 across with a lot of help from the Goffstown defense. On the other side of the coin, Goffstown has had 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. So 5 base runners so far, and they've left all 5 of them on base. Yep. And they trail 2-0 here going to the 4th. Miles Green, number 20, third baseman, is going to lead off. He walked his first time up. Sullivan back on the hill. Bounces one for ball 1. Goffstown dugout making some noise.
Yep.
Pitch is swung on, fouled off the right side. Duhame gives a chase, but that's 5 rows up into the bleachers, out of play for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Liam Kilbreth on deck. Concord leading here, 2-0 in the 4th. Here's the pitch. There's a slow breaking ball or changeup that's hung.
Same place, huh?
Fouled out of play on the right side.
It was at good old Alwood Park last night for a little bit of baseball.
Were you?
Yep.
There's another pitch. Gets up into the kitchen of green. That's fouled down the right side.
Ooh,
Long run. Nobody's got that one. Foul lands right on the edge of the warning track in foul territory. That was perfectly placed. That was equally a long run for the right fielder, second baseman, and first baseman.
Yeah.
Falls harmlessly foul. How was everything over at Allard last night?
It was good. We came out,
Come out with a win?
come up with a win, yep.
Attaboy. Aiden's 22 years old now?
He's getting there, yep.
Yeah, kids are all getting too old. Pitch to Green, tough pitch. He stays alive, fouls it off right at the plate. You can see Sullivan drop down, kind of throw that 3/4 sling pitch that he throws once in a while where he really drops down against the right-handed hitters. Over the top of the breaking ball, misses in the dirt, ball 2. Good take by Green. There's a pitch, misses away, ball 3. Miles Green is probably not going to win any contest on the team for skills, maybe with his glove. He doesn't do anything spectacular, but he does a lot of things really well.
Very solid.
He's a very solid all-around player, and he works back, getting behind that count, works a walk out of it with a couple real tough fouls.
Yeah, that's a great at-bat right there. Make him throw pitches too.
Yeah. So 8 pitch at bat. Green wins that, and a leadoff walk gets the Grizzlies started here in the 4th. I'm not in any way being disrespectful of Miles. He's not going to blow your doors off with anything that he does, but he does so many things well.
Ooh,
throw back
close
behind Green as he was looking. I think he was expecting that bunt maybe to be put down. Kilbreth pulled it back. I think it was a ball outside.
Yeah.
Smith threw down to first and almost had him on that secondary lead. They put a strike on the board, but I can't. The board, who knows? There's a bunt from Kilbreth up the first base line. He gets deep to the pitcher. He comes up and underhands it. Gets Kilbreth by a half a step. So a nice sacrifice bunt goes 1-3. Kilbreth almost beat that. But Green moves up into scoring position. Colin Burke at the plate. He singled the center his first time up. Pitch was left up in the zone, and Burke on an 0-1 pitch lined it into center field. Now he's got a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Good to see Colin get a hit there. He had a tough day at the plate against Memorial as well. See if he can do it again.
Ooh,
there's that slow breaking ball. He comes over the top of that. You can see it. He's trying to throw that like 12-6 curveball. Burke way out in front of it, fouls it straight back, 0-2. Ben Dodge on deck. 0-2. Breaking pitch. Burke stays behind as long as he can and fouls it down the right field side and out of play. Count remains 0-2.
He's fighting it.
With Big Ben Dodge waiting on deck. I saw Ben after the game at the senior awards banquet we were all late to because we were all at Gill Stadium. And he won an award for being a 3-sport athlete all 4 years. Pitch to Burke just misses outside for a ball. Burke had a good look at it. Umpire ruled in his favor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 1 out with a runner at second. Grizzlies trail 2-0. There's a slow breaking ball again, fouled straight back by Burke. One of these pitches he's gonna throw that fastball. See if somebody's ready for it. Defending champion Concord softball team walks in behind us. They beat Goffstown in the first round. Burke takes a strike there. He looked at that one. There's that fastball outside corner. Got him looking. 2 outs.
At the plate for Goffstown, the right fielder, number 6, Ben Dodge.
I know he played football along with baseball, obviously, but I'm going to guess the third sport might have been track.
I think it must have been. If it wasn't, it should have been.
It should have been. You're right. Exactly.
Here's Dodge. He bounced the short on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball, ground to the left side. Third baseman comes in. He comes up throwing.
Ooh,
Dodge beats
safe.
it.
Yep.
That's a straight-up 2-hop ground ball to third base, and Ben Dodge beat it out. There's those wheels. First pitch, that's an infield single.
I was just thinking to myself, he's taking a while to get to that, and he's going to beat it out.
It wasn't hit hard, certainly.
No.
It was bounced over there, a little short hop out in front of the plate. But, I mean, that's about as straight up a ground ball as you're going to get. I mean, it comes in, makes the play, and Dodge beats the throw straight up. Unreal. First and third now with 2 outs. And Connor Hyzak at the plate. He is hit by a pitch and then fouled to the catcher on a great diving catch by Smith back there. Pitch misses away, ball 1. I know every team knows Hyzak's in the lineup, and they pitch tough around him. They intentionally walk him at times.
And you definitely see more balls and strikes. You know.
And largely he takes pitches that he shouldn't be swinging at most of the time. But those off-speed pitches that he gets out in front of, he's going to connect to one of these. One going to be in the top of the trees. Isaac called time, got it as Sullivan was in his windup. The pitch sailed in there, and the umpire and batter had both vacated the premises. So no pitch. The count remains 2-0. 2 outs. Runners at first and third for Goffstown. There's a pitch lined into left field by Isaac. That's a solid single. Gets through the left fielder's legs. Why is Dodge stopping at second base with 2 outs?
He can go all the way. He's going to go all the way.
They say the ball goes under the fence. Left fielder's standing out there with both arms in the air like somebody just caught a touchdown. The umpire's going to have to go out and check that. The ball looks like it rolled out to Clinton Street. It was hit hard enough to get back to Manchester, probably.
Isaac might have to stay at third, but that would be the most. I think that would be the most he can do. He's going to be able to stay at third at least, right? Even if this is
Isaac absolutely crushed that line drive. Low line drive, skipping through left field. The left fielder, Sean McDonough, went down on one knee, as you're taught not to do, and outfielders do it all the time to make sure their body is big in front of it, and it still went between his legs, past his glove, and all the way to the fence. The base ump is finishing up his half-mile run to the fence and back, and coming back, and they're gonna say Dodge at third, Isaac at second.
Oh no! You'd think that he was at least able to stay at third, no?
Well, see, this is where Dodge stopped running. And if Dodge runs and rounds the bag, making sure the fielder comes up with the ball, maybe he gets the base he's going to +1. I'm not sure.
Right.
So either way, Isaac goes to second. It's an error on the left fielder. It's a single and an error. It's an RBI for Isaac as Green came in to score from third. Dodge is at third base now. Isaac at second. So that run scores regardless of the error. Now, if Campbell can come up with a base hit, he could plate 2 right here. He's popped the second and struck out. There's 2 outs, runners at second and third. 2-1, Concord leads. Grizzlies are threatening. Pitch to Campbell.
Come on, drop. No. It's not going to
fly to right field, shallow. Hill comes on and makes the catch. Campbell out in front on the first pitch.
Boy, I've seen some weird stuff the last few weeks.
Yeah. It's a little lazy fly ball to right field. Hill stayed behind it. And then read the play, came in and made a catch. So the Grizzlies leave 2 runners for the third inning in a row. They do get 1 run. 2 hits. There was 1 Concord error. It did not factor in the run. And this is, you can't be leaving runners on against quality teams. And that's 7 runners left on by the Grizzlies through 4. So Sullivan he's through 4. He threw 5, 13, 15, 21, 22 pitches in the inning. He's at 69. So this certainly hasn't been, a clean shut him down outing from their starting pitcher. I presume it's their number 1 starter, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. You're already 2 rounds into the tournament by having a bye in the first round, but he still leads 2-1 though. So 2 more hits in the inning for Goffstown. They have 5. The leadoff walk comes around to score. I don't know how many times I've said that this year. I remember when Jim Palmer and those great pitching staffs of the Baltimore Orioles back in the 70s and early 80s used to talk about the stat back then. I don't know if it was true or not, but it was certainly widely believed, was that 75% of leadoff walks come around to score.
Yep.
I see nothing to disprove that. If anything, maybe it's even higher. It's unbelievable how many times I look back through the scorebook and see that run that came in like, leadoff walk.
Yeah, walk usually haunts you, that's for sure.
Yep. So either way, here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Concord leading 2-1 as Campbell's out there to start the 4th. McDonough, the left fielder, struck out looking his first time. He just made a big error in left field. That he got fortunate that the ball went under the fence, because if that ball's against the fence, at least 1 more run scores and Isaac's at third at a minimum.
It's a little bit of a bad break.
Yep. That pitch is grounded foul. Third base coach makes a sound play down there, which counts for nothing except a comment. Here's the 1-1. That's a fastball in there for a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First batter of the bottom of the 4th inning. Concord and Goffstown battling in a quarterfinal. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Fooled him way out in front.
The other thing
Nice pitch.
with Clay, along with on most pitches, I guess you could say, is when he starts getting ahead of his counts, he starts getting really good results.
Yeah.
You know, he starts getting better chance of strikeouts or awkward hits.
Yep. Here's the first baseman, Tommy Duhame. He struck out his first time at the plate. Number 19, left-handed hitter. Pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2.
Hope they keep screaming at him like that.
It's almost
It's almost a
scary.
distraction.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch misses, ball 1.
With a sore throat to go with it.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah,
Campbell sits him down.
You're going to like that.
2 quick outs. So we're halfway, just about halfway through this game. We're in the 4th inning. And Concord's only hit 1 ball out of the infield.
Yeah, that's surprising.
And it was a sacrifice fly. Here's Merchant, third baseman, fouled to Burke at first base. First pitch misses, ball 1. Ryan Merchant, number 1, third baseman. Looks at the ball high, 2-0. He was ahead 2-0 in his first at bat, and he popped a pitch foul. That Burke made a nice play coming over towards the first base dugout. 2-0 is in there for a strike. Looked like a strike. I just had to wait for the confirmation from the umpire. There's another one, strike 2.
That looked nice there.
Looks like there might be a few people here for the Concord softball game, maybe, that's over here right now, waiting for that game to start. Swing at the plate and fouled into the first base dugout. Very late defensive swing from Merchant, but he stays alive.
I think if it wasn't for the softball game, we might outnumber them 2-1 in the crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of people here from Goffstown, which is good to see.
Pitch just misses. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here. Bottom of the 4th inning from Memorial Field in Concord. We're in a battle between number 1 and number 9. Pitch is grounded foul wide of first. The number 1 seed, Concord, 16-3, had a bye in the first round. They lead here 2-1. Goffstown had to battle Manchester Memorial. Took extra innings to beat them at Gill Stadium on Thursday, and here we are 2-1 in the 4th. Pitch misses down low, ball 4. So Merchant works a walk there, 8-pitch at bat. After he was ahead in the count, and Campbell battled back but lost him. Here's Cam Thompson, designated hitter, struck out his first time up. It's the 3rd walk for Campbell, but the first one since the first inning. Campbell fires over to first, and Merchant back diving to the bag safely. Kyle Hill on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cam Thompson, the designated hitter. He's hitting for the second baseman, number 5, Nate Vandersea.
Looks like he's got some power.
Yep. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I'd be just fine with today if we didn't get a chance to see any of that power.
Yep.
Nothing personal against Cam. 0-2 pitch here. Here it comes. Swing and a miss,
There
strike
it is.
3.
Second time you got him, huh?
Campbell gets a side on strikes. Working around a 2-out walk. No runs, no hits, no Goffstown errors, 1 runner left on base. And we're through 4 with the game 2-1 in favor of Concord. Campbell with 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. Goffstown coming up here in the top of the 5th inning. They have the 3, 4, 5 pitchers coming up, or hitters coming up. Eric Sullivan back out on the hill for his 5th inning of work. Trevor Smith fires his throw down to second. Strong arm. Doherty will lead off. He reached on a fielder's choice when Duhame dropped the pop-up with a runner at first and then just tossed to second to get the out. And then Doherty singled a hard, low line drive inside the bag at third base. Thought about going for 2, but McDonough got on the ball quickly and held him to a single. So here's Doherty leading off in the 5th. 1 for 2. Pitch is a slow breaking ball in there for a strike or a change up, something.
He's not afraid to throw it off speed right off the bat.
No.
First pitch.
Ball literally looks like it's floating out of his hand when he lets it go. There's another slow one. Misses high, ball 1. But as the pitchers say, pitching is all about upsetting the batter's timing. There's a long fly ball hit to left field. Left fielder comes in, now goes back. Keep going. He's going back and over, makes the catch. Doherty got out there, hit that out on the front foot just a little bit. It was a pitch that stayed up in the zone. He gave it a drive. But McDonough was able to gather it quickly. The ball was in the air for quite a while. Here's Susie, bounced to short, single to center. Hit a nice hard line drive into center field last time up. There's a breaking ball, bounces well in front of the plate, ball 1. Trevor Smith went down to block that, came up and hit him up off the shoulder, rolled up the first baseline.
We haven't seen that very often today. With
not today.
Sullivan,
We've seen it plenty this year, but not today. That pitch bounced probably a good 5 feet in front of the plate. There's another pitch left up high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Goffstown looking to try to get back and tie this game down 2-1. Here it comes. Susie looks at a ball low, ball 3. Jared Heidenreich is scheduled to hit next. That pitch misses wide, ball 4.
All right, here we go again.
Here's Heidenreich. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flied to right. See if the Grizzlies can scratch something together here to tie this thing up. Sullivan from the set. Swung on and fouled back by Heidenreich. Susie at first after a 4-pitch walk. Doherty hit a ball pretty well to left, but flied out to lead things off. Throw to first. Susie got a little bit flat-footed there, dives back safely. There's a breaking ball. Bunted foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Heidenreich was reaching for that, partly because the pitch was very off speed, very slow, but may not have been a strike. Either way, it's 0-2 with a runner at first and 1 out. Here it comes. Slow breaking ball, misses, ball 1.
I thought he was going to ring him up there.
I
for
did
a second.
too. Home plate umpire on those
when he
calls.
delays like that, yeah.
Right, especially on the call third strikes. He's like taking that extra half second. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on and fouled outside of third.
He's fighting it here.
Susie will return to first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. We're in the 5th inning. 2-1 game. Slow breaking ball stays up high.
Ooh,
ball 2. That was close.
It was. Good fight here, though.
Yep. Definitely making him throw pitches. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike.
Yeah. Yep. This is delayed.
Yep.
Strike.
You can see that. You can see that coming. 2 outs. Runner still at first base. Here's Miles Green. He's walked twice.
It did damage to 2 outs before, so.
Yep. Throw to first. Susie back. Close play there. Knew Sullivan was going to go over there. You could just see that he was aware of the lead Susie was getting after the strikeout. Breaking ball is nope, it's wide. Ball one. Should trust Green. Green's got a good eye. If he takes it, it's not a strike. Especially when there's a delay by the umpire. Sullivan comes set. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and grounded towards the middle. Second baseman dives back to his right or to his left.
Oh, that's too bad.
Vandersea was going to second base to cover the bag on the play. Had to dive back towards the right side as Green hit it towards the middle, but just not enough to the right side to hit behind him. It would have been a great first and third hit and run type of play, but that's an excellent play by second baseman Nate Vandersea, making the play as he was already most of the way to second base to cover the steal. But that's Concord playing defense. So Sullivan gets his 5th strikeout in the inning. He's got 5 on the day. Issued another walk, his 3rd of the day. And Goffstown, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Goffstown has now left a runner on base in every single inning of this game. 8 in total. And that's tough to overcome against a quality club. "15 pitches from Sullivan puts him at 84 through 5.
Notice that Principal McBride is here. A little support.
Yes, he is. Yep.
Nice to see the support.
Campbell back out to the hill for his 5th inning work. Kyle Hill coming to the plate. He's the right fielder, number 2. He led off the 3rd inning with the first hit of the game for Concord. It was an infield hit to the third baseman, and he came around to score. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. But he was able to score on the benefit of the throwing error by the pitcher Campbell on a pickoff play. That pitch misses down low. Ball 1. Looks like Zach Miles is in the pen warming up. Shortstop. Pitch is grounded towards the middle. Hyzak dives behind the bag, gets up quickly and throws the first. Burke with a scoop at first base. That's a star on both ends of that play.
They needed that
What
one.
a great play by Hyzak and Burke combining for the out. Hyzak literally dove and grabbed that ball behind the second base bag, got up to his feet quickly, made a strong throw. Burke with a stretch and the scoop for the first out. That's a big out right there because last time he reached on base in front of the top of the order, he was able to come around and score. Here's Miles, who just a few seconds ago was throwing pitches in the bullpen. He's now at the plate. He walked and scored in the first, and then he had a sac bunt that he put down, which turned into a single when Campbell came off the hill, slipped and fell, and Miles reached. He takes ball 1. Big play there by Hyzak and Burke combining on that first out. Pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Goffstown can't afford to give up runs here as they've had a hard time scoring against this Concord defense. Pitch misses down low, ball 1.
Good spot, though.
Yep. That pitch at the knees, Kilber thought he had a strike. Called low for a ball. 3-1 on Miles. That didn't miss by a lot there. Good spot again. Pitches fly to center field pretty deep. Susie going back. He's got room. He's got room. He'll line it up and make the catch. And that's just the second ball that Concord has hit to the outfield at all today.
That was a good shot. Not quite enough, but it was a good shot.
Yep, 2 outs here, and Trevor Smith, the catcher, he's walked and hit a sacrifice fly in his 2 appearances at the plate. Sean McDonough was just warming up in the bullpen after Zach Miles was down there. Here's the pitch to Smith, up and in, ball one. Pitch misses, ball two. Smith is the only RBI of the game for Concord. The other run scored on an error on an attempted double play. Here's the pitch from Campbell. Swing and a foul. Straight back. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the 5th. Nobody on base. Concord leads 2-1. Pitch is swung on, popped straight up. Campbell coming over. Kilbreth there. Who's going to call it? Nobody. And Kilbreth drops it. Foul territory. That's an error on the catcher. Foul ball. Count remaining. It goes to 2-2. See if Campbell can set him down anyway. That would have ended the inning right there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball hits him. So the 3rd out turns into a hit batter, which turns into a runner, which brings up the number 3 hitter, Eric Sullivan. Now Sullivan today is hitting 3rd for a reason, but he's 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. So 2 outs. Smith at first after being hit by a 2-2 pitch after a drop pop-up. Campbell throws over. Smith back without a problem. Eric Sullivan at the plate. Concord clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the 5th. Smith is off with the pitch. Kilbreth throws down.
Oh,
tags
he
him
got
out.
him.
They got him.
That's a great
Strong
out.
throw from Kilbreth. The pitch was a ball, I believe. He'll be at the plate again.
That out was big and great.
Nice play. Kilbreth got rid of it quickly, and the caught stealing goes 2-6 as Hyzak comes across the bag, catches the ball, and applies the tag all at the same time. I think Smith was surprised that ball was there as quickly as it was. So that's a
Big play
huge
after a
defensive
misplay.
play to make. Yeah, so Kilbreth redeems himself immediately by throwing the runner out. So 14 pitch inning puts Campbell at 86 through 5. That's the first inning of the game that he hasn't had a strikeout. Well, I think if you're coming into this game knowing that Campbell threw the other day in relief, and it wasn't a lot, but he still threw, and you said after 5 he'd have allowed only 2 infield hits and struck out 8, you'd say, well, Goffstown's in pretty good shape.
Right.
And I'm not saying they're not, but they are trailing 2-1 here as we go to the 6th.
Certainly keeping him in the game. That's
Absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely. 2 unearned runs is all he's allowed. 1 in the first inning, 1 in the 3rd. So in the inning, Concord, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error and nobody left on base as the runner was caught stealing. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Kilbreth, Burke, and Dodge scheduled to hit. Eric Sullivan back out there for his 6th inning of work. He's at 84 pitches to start the inning. He's allowed 5 hits, 1 run. He's had 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batter. And Goffstown's left 8 runners on base. Miles Green loosening up along the first right field line here, potentially to throw some relief if needed. Here's the first pitch of the 6th. Swung on it. Kilbreth bounces it at the plate off of his foot. He knocked himself down. They called it a foul ball. Might be a little pain, but Kilbreth went down when he swung, which would have certainly been an out had it not been a call to foul. So 0-1. Kilbreth today is struck out and put a sac bunt down. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Slow breaking ball, misses down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good ball game here today, Eric.
It
Pitch
is
is up,
yeah.
grounded to short. Couple hops, Miles clean to Duham, throws him out. It's funny, you know, from this angle, you can see when those pitches are left up, it's so obvious. And Goffstown's been hammering some that are. I mean, a lot of them have been outs, you know, defensive plays made by Concord. But you can see those pitches, those off-speed pitches that are hanging up. And some of them have been hit pretty hard, including several of the base hits. Here's Colin Burke at the plate. He singled the center and struck out. Swings and misses there, strike one.
I see the rest of the family here.
A
Yeah.
portion of them. Theodore and Jacqueline come up the stands with Colin's little sister, one of them. Pitch misses down there. Ball two. 2 balls and a strike is what I've got. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Concord leading 2-1. There's a pitch grounded towards the left side. Sullivan comes over, barehands it off the hill.
Oh, that's a nice
sets
play.
himself and throws, makes the play. If that gets to the third baseman, Burke potentially beats that, but Sullivan came off, barehanded it, going towards the third base line, set himself and threw him out. Nice play by the pitcher there. Here's Ben Dodge, reached on a fielder's choice and singled to third on a 2-hop ground ball that wasn't hit hard, but with his speed, he pretty much beat a routine grounder to third baseman. Pitch is lined towards left field. McDonough coming over and in towards the gap and makes the catch.
Had some nice contact.
Line shot by Dodge. Goes for an out on the first pitch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And Sullivan ends up having the quickest inning of the day for him. 8 pitches. Leaves him at 92 through 6. Goffstown down to their final 3 outs. Campbell goes back out for the 6th. He's looking to hold it at 2-1 here and give Goffstown a chance to come back and tie or take the lead in the 7th. He's going to face the 3-4-5 hitter. Sullivan was at the plate when Smith was thrown out stealing Kilbreth to Hyzak. So Sullivan will lead off. And then we'll have Adrian Kennedy, the center fielder, and Sean McDonough, the left fielder. I think the other quarterfinals, they're always scheduled for 4 o'clock. I know originally that this game was scheduled at 2, and I think I had heard that it had something to do with some possible weather coming in this afternoon, which that forecast has since changed. I think it's supposed to be pretty much a nice day through the rest of the afternoon and evening. But the reason I say that is because I don't know that any other of the quarterfinal games are going on right now.
Here we go again.
Here's Sullivan to start the 6th. First pitch misses, ball 1. Goffstown High School lacrosse has a playoff game, their second round game later today. They beat Wyndham in the first round, 11-7. Pitch misses, ball 2. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Campbell into the 6th inning. This next pitch will be his 90th. He's pitched very well for the Grizzlies today. Certainly cannot complain about his outing today. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. Swung on in line towards first base. Burke goes
grab.
over on a backhand stab. Nice play by Colin Burke.
That's a big out. Wow, that
That
should have been a base hit
Yeah,
almost.
a top-hand line drive ticketed for right field. Burke comes off the bag, wide of the line, and stabs it on the backhand. Nice play by Burke. And if he was only 6'2", it's a hit. But he's 6'5", and he was able to snag it.
You think that was with the repair glove or the other one?
That's the replacement glove. Swing and a miss. First pitch to Adrian Kennedy. He's reached on a fielder's choice and popped to Burke at first base. Does have a stolen base. And there's a breaking ball in the dirt. They ask, and he did offer.
Oh, yeah, nice.
He definitely did offer. That's the right call. 0-2. I already drank that water, honey. Jackie came up looking for a bottle of water. I'm sorry. I have a replacement water. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Count remains 0-2. That's a nice play by Colin Burke on that line drive.
That was a great play. That's a highlight one right there.
Yep. Pitch from Campbell, grounded towards the middle. Hyzak comes in. Second Hawk scoots on him a little bit. He picks it clean and makes the throw on the run. Clean throw on the run for the out, 6-3. Nice play by Hyzak there. And there's 2 outs. And the 6th with Sean McDonough coming to the plate. He struck out looking and struck out swinging. And he got bailed out on an error that he made in left field when the ball got through him all the way to the fence, actually rolled under the fence, which absolutely kept Dodge from scoring, who was already around third and scoring when it went under the fence. Goffstown ended up not getting that run. First pitch is down low in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on McDonough. Tommy Duhame, first baseman, waits on deck. That pitch is up and in, sails to the backstop.
Yeah, I think Ben had definitely didn't see it going to his legs because he kind of right then. I think he was just picking it up and he wasn't. It actually rolled right under. You know?
Right. Well, and you could, but he kind of stopped because the ball was hit sharp by Hyzak.
Yeah.
It was a scorching line drive, but even then, you can round the bag.
Yeah,
There's nothing going to happen when the ball's 150 feet from you.
Right.
The pitch is up and in, 3-0. Either way, it probably didn't matter because they're going to go to the ground rule on that after the umpire went out and checked that the ball was out to the fence.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a pitch for a strike, 3-1. Hyzak hit that so hard, maybe it went through the fence, but probably not after it had been on the ground for a while. But 3-1 is fouled off at the plate. Fooled him. Man, 3-1 count. I want to be coming out of my shoes swinging at a pitch, and that was a very defensive swing from McDonough. Nice pitch from Campbell. Let's see if he can come all the way back to get him here. 3-2 pitch swung on. That's going to get into right field for a base hit over Dutton's head. Little soft line drive, defensive swing, went the other way. That's the first base hit that's left the infield for Concord today. Hard to believe in the 6th inning. They have done almost nothing offensively.
He won that fight.
And they still lead. Runner at first with 2 outs. And Tommy McGonigal is going to hit here, or Ronan McGonigal, sorry, is going to hit for Tommy Duhame. Duhame is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. McGonigal is going to hit here. See if he can keep things going for the Tide. A 21 right-handed hitter. Everybody reports it. Give him to change the umpire. Everybody figures out how to spell his last name.
Still got 2 outs here.
2 outs. Pitch
Ball
goes
goes
by.
by.
Kilbreth all the way to the backstop.
I don't think he even had a chance at that. That was wide.
That was definitely wide. And just like that, a runner is in scoring position. This stuff is the stuff that you cannot afford to do against good ball clubs. See if Campbell can work around him. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a strike.
I know looking at their record, too, they've been in a lot of tight games, too, and that they come out on top of. You know.
Well, you can see they put pressure. I mean, they've got a good team. They've got a good lineup, and they make most of the plays. And they're content in just beating you 2-1 if they have to.
That's right, yep.
Pitch is fouled off at the plate. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Campbell can bounce back here after a single. Good at bat by McDonough that last at bat, and he served one into right for a base hit. Here's the pitch. Campbell throws a fly ball. Kilberth come up, jumps, and still couldn't reach it. That's another wild pitch. Puts the runner at third, and the count goes to 2-2. You just wonder sometimes how that happens after he paints the corner with a pitch to the first strike and then gets a swing and a foul for another one.
Yeah,
and then the two balls have not even been close to – they've been closer to on-deck batters than they have been to hitters or catchers for that matter.
Might be a little bit tired, tiring out at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes fatigue setting in at this.
He's approaching 100 pitches.
Ooh, that was good.
A good-looking pitch. We were late waiting for the delayed call third strike to ring him up, and it doesn't come.
Here we are, another 3-2 here.
Good pitch by Campbell there. We'll see if he can come back and get him with another one here. Here it comes.
There it is.
Swing and a miss. We went upstairs and got the swing and strike 3 to end the inning.
That's a big out.
That's a big one. They leave a runner at third and get out of it with a 1-run deficit to go try to tie this thing up in the 7th. That's the 9th strikeout for Campbell.
That catch by Colin Burke, too, might have made that inning a little bit different,
Absolutely. Burke with a huge play. Using a backup glove.
Either that or he has some extra thread in it.
Oh, that's still the black glove that somebody handed him off the fence.
It is.
So 21 pitches in the inning. 107 for Campbell. And Campbell's been outstanding. I've been absolutely shocked at how quiet Concord's offense has been today.
Yeah, he's really kept them back.
That bloop single or little soft line drive single to right field with 2 outs in the 6th inning was the first ball that they hit for a base hit out of the infield.
First clean one, yeah.
We got a new pitcher, the shortstop, Zach Miles, the closer perhaps, comes on to pitch. So let's see what we go. Duhame re-entered. He's back at first base. Miles is on the hill. Who's at short? Looks like Vandersea went to short. Number 2. Kyle Hill, is he in right field or? Yeah, okay. So who is at second base?
Number 1.
Number 1. That's Merchant. The third baseman goes over to second, and number 11, Sullivan, goes to third. All right, so defensively, Concord, Sullivan at third, Vandersea at short. Second baseman now is Merchant. First baseman Duhame re-enters after McGonigal hit for him. And Zach Miles is on the hill. So Sullivan goes 6. Throws 92 pitches, allows 1 run.
Well, couldn't have better chances than having the top here. So
and Connor Hyzak will lead things off against Zach Miles. Hyzak ripped the single his last time up. 1 for 2 after being hit by a pitch and popping out. First pitch is in there, first strike, 0-1. 2-1 game here in the 7th. Trip to the semifinals at Holman Stadium on the line. The number 1 seed Concord leads 2-1 over the number 9 seed Goffstown. Pitch to Hyzak is lined to center field. That's hit pretty deep. Center field gets twisted, turns around, and makes the catch. Hyzak didn't get all of that, but it was a pretty good swing. Put a charge into it. Kennedy made the play.
Boy, that was
first out of the inning.
Looked good coming off the bat.
Yep. That wasn't his A contact. If he hit that as hard as he hit the single last time, that ball would be.
Probably take a pine tree in half.
Yeah. He's cutting wood. First pitch to Campbell, misses up high, ball 1. Campbell 0 for 3 today. He's popped the second, struck out, and fly to right. Campbell is another batter who's got power. Pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. Fastball beat him there.
This kid's got some heat.
Yes, he does. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1 and 2.
Not afraid to throw it either. He's very confident.
One out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. Good take by Campbell there. Miles trying to get him to chase. Here's the 2-2, swung on and fouled. Off to the left side, out of play. 2-2 remains the count. Bob Doherty waits on deck. Goffstown trailing 2-1 down to their last 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. Break a ball, pull to the right side. Duhame comes over on the big hop, makes the play. He'll take it himself for the out. And the Concord 1 out away from advancing to the semifinals. 3 unassisted on the out. Here's Doherty. Reached on a fielder's choice, single to left and fly to left. Goffstown down to their final out here. After an 0-3 season, I don't even know if people were wondering if they'd even make the tournament. They got in as a 9 seed. Beat Memorial and trail Concord here 2-1. First pitch misses down and away, ball 1. Concord went 16-3 on the year, earned the number 1 seed and a chance to have a bye into this game. High fastball. Doherty goes up and chases it, fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sets him up for a soft pitch here. Here's the 1-1. There's a breaking ball up and in. Just almost hits Bob. Ducks out of the way, 2-1. It's hard to stand in there and not get hit by a pitch when it's coming up out of your head.
Right?
They coming in there to say
maybe it hit him
to see if he fouled it off. It did sound like there was a tip, but it almost sounded like it was he hit himself in the cleat with his bat when he brought it down. So the umpires discuss it. We're guessing that's what they're talking about. Coach comes out to talk to the home plate umpire for a little while. The count's 2-1.
all that for the same result.
Yeah. The coach kind of pointed at Doherty on his way back. I think Doherty, maybe he said he did foul it off. I don't know. Either way, the count's 2-1 here with 2 outs. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a strike, 2-2. I don't know if he's going to get a better pitch than that to hit.
Right.
It looked like it was probably on the outer half of the plate on the corner, but I'd be surprised if he sees something decent here in this 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. He gets a fastball, fouls it off his foot. That hurt. Well, Miles challenged him, and Doherty was ready, but just fouled it off his instep or somewhere by the inside of his foot or ankle. That hurts. Man, I hated doing that. I don't think I ever did it in a game. I always used to do it off the pitching machine, which used to make me even more mad because there was a machine throwing at me. But the catcher goes out and talks to the pitcher, which gives Doherty a little bit of time to walk it off. He shows his injury to his coach. Coach says, sorry, dude, get back in there and get us a hit.
Yeah.
So count stays at 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Grizzlies trail 2-1. Miles with the pitch. Fastball misses down and away for a ball. Ball 3. Good take by Doherty there, trusting his umpire. But you can see Smith reached outside of his knee to make that catch on the backhand, so probably not close enough to ring him up.
Season's on the line with this pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Susi waits on deck. Here it comes. Fastball swung on. That's popped straight up. Pitcher's going to come in. Smith can't see it. And Zach Miles comes in and makes the catch in foul territory. And Concord advances to the semifinals by way of a 2-1 victory over the Grizzlies today. And this is a 15-pitch inning for Miles as the closer. Grizzlies go 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. But just interesting thing. Hard hit balls in the game. Goffstown wins.
Yep.
Number of hits in the game. Goffstown wins. Number of base runners in the game. Goffstown wins.
Yep.
Number of strikeouts put up by the opposing pitcher. Goffstown wins. But in the end, and number of balls, not only hard hit balls, Concord only hit 3 balls to the outfield the entire ball game.
Right. Yep.
And 2 of them were flyouts. One of them a sac fly.
Yep.
And still win the game 2-1.
Yeah.
So that's a credit to a good ball club. Obviously, they stranded runners. Goffstown, unfortunately for them,
I think their only mistakes was in the first inning, wasn't it? Like I
Well,
think they made a mistake and
they-
it didn't pay.
well,
so.
2 errors led to 2 runs
Yeah.
ultimately.
Yep.
The one in the first inning was the throwing error from Dutton at first base, trying to turn 2, allowed the runner to come
Yep.
home from third. If that throw never happens, they don't score. Third inning, single on the infield, single to Miles Green, bunt put down, Campbell kicks it into foul territory. Okay, tough start. But
Yep.
even without the pickoff attempt to move the runner over, if that pickoff attempt is never thrown, nobody moves up. The fly ball coming up is not a sac fly. It's just an out, and they don't score.
Yep.
So 2 unearned runs beat Goffstown, and that's what against a good team. You can't
Yep.
afford to make those
Yep.
mistakes, and there weren't many. I mean, and you
Right.
certainly can't. I mean, Campbell was outstanding today.
Yep.
Campbell goes 6 innings on 107 pitches, allows just 3 hits,
Pitched a great game.
2 infield hits, and a blooper,
Yep.
and loses 2-1 somehow.
Yep.
So anyway, good luck to the Crimson Tide as they go to the next round. I'm sure they've got a better baseball game in them coming in their future, I would imagine. They're going to play the winner of the Pinkerton-Londonderry game at Holman Stadium. So, Eric, this has been a blast doing this with you this year. I really appreciate Adam McCune and GTV Sports letting us come out and do these games. We got 19 out of 20. The Grizzlies started 0-3 and ended up being a real battle of a team to beat and lose here in the quarterfinal round 2-1 against a very good Concord team.
Yep.
And
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
yeah,
It
you're
wouldn't
welcome.
have happened if you didn't come up and approach me about it. So that's
I
great.
just got sick of trying to do everything and I was losing my mind. But no, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a good time, great season, and sad to see our seniors finish up their baseball careers in high school with a loss, but it was fun tracking it.
Yep, we've been watching them for a long time.
We have.
You coached them more so than I, but yeah, it's been great.
Well, it's a good group of kids, and it's a good program to be involved with. So, from Concord at Memorial Field, the final score: Concord wins it 2-1 in a tight ball game. For GTV Sports, this is Steve Beal for Eric Bello saying so long.